Hello and welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Let's get the channel to 20k. So in this video, a brother answers a question he was asked by a fellow African gentleman to say, why are Black Americans so angry? Why do they hate this country when it is a great country? Now this question got me thinking, is America a great country really? And why would someone not be angry if they were constantly racially profiled and daily harassed? Honestly, African Americans have done a lot for minorities just to enjoy certain opportunities that they enjoy in America. Now, he answers this question in this video, so I bet you wouldn't want to miss out on his answer. So stay glued as I play you his video giving the reasons why African Americans may seem angry. Don't go away. I will be right back. And when I do, we talk more about his response. Here is his video.
Okay, just want to share this with you. So as I was getting my lunch, an African gentleman walked up to me, said, "Can I ask you a question?" I said, "No problem." He says, "I want to understand why Black Americans are so angry. Why you hate this country? This is a great country. I've been here for 6 or 7 years. You guys need to respect and be proud that you're here." I said, "Okay. All right." Now he asked it in a respectful way. I said, I'm gonna answer your question, sir, but I'm gonna answer your question, black man to black man. He says, "But I'm African." That's okay. I'm still gonna keep this respectful. I says, "You say you've been here for 6 or 7 years." I said, "The reason you are able to come here and do what you're doing, live the life that you're living right now, is because of Black Americans. That's why. Because it was our great-grandfather, great-great-grandmothers who fought for the rights for you to be able to be in this country and do the things that you're doing now." I said, "You walked in this restaurant, you came through the front door. You didn't have to go to the back. The fact they're even serving you is because of what Black American ancestors did." I said, "You say that we seem angry and we seem upset." I said, "Because even though you may not intend it for your comment to be disrespectful," I said, "it does come across as disrespectful." I said, "Because other people come to this country from different places and they don't want to acknowledge that Black Americans are the ones who fought for everything that you're enjoying right now." I don't hate YT people. I don't hate Palm people. I don't hate anybody. It's not worth my energy or my time. But I got love for my fellow Black people. I want to see them succeed. We don't have the resources that other groups do. I say, you coming into this country as an immigrant, you get more benefits and you get more opportunities than we do. We have to work twice as hard. There's more leeway towards you than us. So for us, yes, there is a bit of frustration, because whenever we fight for something that's based on equality, that's based on rights, even our own culture, everyone jumps in front, takes a piece of it, and leave nothing for us. So yeah, there is some frustration within the Black American community, because everybody's taking from us, but nobody's acknowledging us. Nobody wants to give us just credit. I said, "Have you been to school here?" He was like, "I went to school in Africa." I said, "Okay." He from Ethiopia. I said, "You got to understand something." I said, "Our history is not taught to us. We have to excavate our history. They can do a little digging for their history, but our history has been wiped clean. So for us," I said, "even you, the way you're talking now, you don't see us as fellow Black things, because you put a difference between us, that you're African, I'm Black. Cool." I said, "You have to understand that that's what we face every day. That's what we deal with. So the fact that other people come here and benefit from what we fight for, what we march for, what we're trying to get done now, every community benefits and gets laws passed and get things done above the black community. So that was my response to him. I just kind of let it go right there, because you can just see when a conversation is just like, he's just not getting it. Just not getting it. But it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that it's hate. No, it's not hate. We've always just wanted to be accepted as humans, as individuals. That's it. That's it. We're not asking for nothing. We just want to be accepted as humans, as individuals, have the same rights and opportunities as everybody else. Because, you know, we've always been taught, if they build a bridge that's 15 feet, for us to even get recognition, we have to build a bridge that's 300 feet and twice as high. Come on, you know what I'm talking about.
Talking about African Americans fighting for equal rights in America, the fight for the equal right, basic rights like equal education were brought to the forefront of America's attention during the African American civil rights movement. Now, the civil rights movement was a struggle for social justice that took place mainly during the 1950s and 1960s for Black Americans to gain equal rights under the law in the United States. The Civil War officially abolished slavery, but it didn't end discrimination against Black people. They continued to endure the devastating effects of racism, especially in the South. By the mid-20th century, Black Americans, along with many other Americans, mobilized and began an unprecedented fight for equality that spanned 2 decades. Now, during Reconstruction, Black people took on leadership roles like never before. They held public office and sought legislative changes for equality and the right to vote. In 1868, the 14th Amendment to the Constitution gave Black people equal protection under the law, and in 1870, the 15th Amendment granted Black American men the right to vote. Still, many palm-colored Americans, especially those in the South, were unhappy that people they were once enslaved were now on a more or less equal playing field. To marginalize Black people, keep them separate from white people, and erase the progress they made during Reconstruction, Jim Crow laws were established in the South beginning in the late 19th century. Black people couldn't use the same public facilities as white people, live in many of the same towns, or go to the same schools. Interracial marriage was illegal, and most Black people couldn't vote because they were unable to pass voter literacy tests. Jim Crow laws weren't adopted in northern states. However, Black people still experienced discrimination at their jobs or when they tried to buy a house or get an education. To make matters worse, laws were passed in some states to limit voting rights for Black Americans. Moreover, the Southern segregation gained ground in 1896 when the U.S. Supreme Court declaration in Plessy v. Ferguson that facilities for Black and white people could be separate but equal. African Americans are not the only ones who feel they are not appreciated enough by other minority groups regarding what they did and what they had to go through just for all minority groups to enjoy the rights they enjoy in America today. A number of South Africans feel the same way too, because I had a lot of South Africans complaining about the same thing as well in the comment section. This one said, as a South African, I understand you. We are even told that we are lazy in our own country. South Africans and African Americans are going through the same thing at the same time. We fought apartheid, and certain people don't respect that. We relate so much to you African Americans because we experienced that, especially from fellow Africans. 6 years to 400 plus years in bondage and suppression, oppression and destruction into depression is what Black Americans went through. Just to answer that question of him even trying to compare himself to African Americans. Now, I agree with this commenter in the sense that African Americans have been here since, and there's just no way someone can compare their 6 years of staying in America to a lifetime Americans have been here. Now, some were even born here, meaning that most African Americans had to endure all this segregation and discrimination. They had to fight for these things to be better, and now that things are better, people can now enjoy in America, maybe even be the reason why he is calling it a great country. Now, this brother came when things has changed. So it is very easy for him to say that because he never lived the pain. Honestly speaking, I feel this question was so unnecessary. For anyone who knows history and how black people are treated in America, he should be getting angry as well, knowing how African Americans were treated before. We have come to the end of the video. Please share your thoughts on what you think about this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. From me to bye-bye, and see you in my next video.